Hi everybody. So I just got through leaving a video as far as feeling uncomfortable right now as we're stepping in through the threshold of leaving the Octave timeline shift for the collective. I highly recommend you go check out that video. It's just the one just before this one. Because it's very important. It will tell you kind of like, why are you feeling so anxious? Why you feel like you're on the edge of your seat? Why do you feel excited and at the same time almost on a panic attack? Some like oxymoron emotional experiences, and I'll talk all about that there. Here I want to talk about what does the next octave timeline look like for us. And this is what I'm going to talk about today. So hi everybody, my name is Wendy Morgan and I'm a spiritual mentor. So let's see here. I made notes, so you're going to see me glancing over here. So then let's talk about the next octave timeline. So it's an energetic upgrade for sure. It's a structural shift in how reality actually organizes itself. The time will feel more fluid, less linear. Manifestation will speed up. But remember, it'll speed up for the light things or the higher vibrational things you want to bring in your life, but it also speed up the lower vibrational things you want to bring into your life. So this process is basically we're learning how to become more masterful with our thoughts, with our intentions, and being more in our heart and not so much in reactive zone and less into the mental body. So again, way we manifest, I don't really like the word manifest. I like the more create, because the creator itself is within our body. So we actually co-create within this world. So creation itself will come about a lot faster. How does it come about? By whatever you focus on. And, some of you might say, well, I focus on, something that you're trying to, bring into your life, all the time. But do you really pay attention to what goes on throughout your life, throughout your day? What are your if you're constantly keeping that focus of I want chocolate chips, I want chocolate chips, I want chocolate chips, like throughout the day, it's like a broken record in the back of your brain. You're going to get chocolate chips, especially if you think about how they taste when they're nice and hot. And then we bite into them and that ooey gooey chocolate just kind of streams out and it's so warm, and the tasty, salty, but sugary flavors. And oh, it's crispy on the outside, but yummy and soft on the inside. Now everybody's going to go manifest chocolate chips. But if you're doing that, then the quantum field or etheric field, the etheric field gets ignited, and the quantum field basically allows those vibrations to come through so they can bring into fruition within this particular construct that which we're in. And that's exactly how creation / manifest works. So, but anyways, the old rules of struggle and survival no longer apply, which is great for those who are anchoring in sovereignty. So, you got to remember there's a lot of beings that look like human beings and aren't human beings. And they're called Sims, and they don't carry much soul, much of anything, and they don't know they're Sims. They just know they're there, usually carrying out the propaganda as such. And so they may be very well not in their sovereignty, obviously, while human has the opportunity to be in their sovereignty. Now, there's humans that are of soul essence, and then there's some that we call divine sparks. Divine sparks, and when they're actually in their alignment, actually connected to eternal self, and they're consciously aware of what they're doing on this planet. They're divine sparks. They're basically, which chances are if you're following this, you're probably one of them, but there you're in your sovereignty. So the old rules of struggle and survival no longer apply for us, anchoring for those of us that are anchored in that sovereignty space. Intuition will become the primary compass. Holy cow. I know I can read my daughter's mind and she can read mine like that. It's crazy. We were actually the other day we were doing something and I was trying to hide something from her. I'm like, no, I can't say that to her. And literally, I kid you not more than 10 seconds later, she goes, you want da 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 da. I'm like, dang it. Shouldn't have thought that thought. So really it can be really fun. Relationships will polarize sharply, either resonance or release. Keep that in mind. Unfortunately, that's going to come about, but that's bittersweet, right? We want somebody that is going to be here to uplift us. And remember, it's not about the relationships, about us really transitioning this planet. Not us transitioning. We're actually making the planet transition, Also, think of it like entering a crystalline field of higher frequency, more transparency, less tolerance, less for distortion. So we're going to see a lot more people rise up, a lot more people demand truth, a lot more people want the veil to be lifted. So we're going to see, some really good crystalline joy, love moments, but we're going to also see the darkness of untruth, lies, and deception being lifted, but also kind of like a bit of energy needs to focus of irritational energy needs to be focused in that direction for that to happen. So we'll probably be seeing that too. How long will this phase of compression phase last between one octave and another octave? Well, it's peaking now between now and December 21st of 2025. And I said that in a previous video. This is going to happen before the end of the year, specifically of that December 20th. These next 3 to 4 weeks are going to feel like that you're being squeezed beneath in a birth canal. I was talking to my clients yesterday, and I said, your energy is like, an hourglass where all this energy is coming down to this single point. And that's what hourglass does, right? It comes down to this single point where the sand can come through. We are in that point, getting ready to birth down to that lower area of that next octave of our collective. So the next 3 to 4 weeks are going to be feeling like that. Old identities, attachments, narratives will crack, and they will no longer be there. Feeling the nervous system is going to feel overload. So guys, you've got to take the time for your downtime, for your naps, for walks in the woods, for getting sunlight, for drinking clean water, eating clean food. I noticed that I can't eat eggs anymore. I cannot touch processed food at all. I mean, I rarely did, but when I do, it's like, I just feel terrible. So really pay attention what you put in your mouth, and really pay attention what works and what doesn't work for you. Sleep patterns may break down as your body receives new light codes. You might feel like your sleep, you don't need as much sleep. If you can't sleep at all, please reach out to me. I've got so many good ideas and fantastic, and they work amazingly. Emotions may also rise unexpectedly. This is a cellular memory of releasing. So let your loved ones know, whom you're ever, living with, that if all of a sudden I have a little outburst, just sit back, try not to be reactive, and let me go ahead and go through it, and then reflect back to me. Okay, you just released an old vibration from the old octave timeline. Are you feeling better now? Is there anything we can help you out? So just kind of, let them know that that's potentially what could possibly happen. The pressure lessens after solstice, but stabilization will continue all the way through until February. So even though we might be completely moving out of that octave timeline by solstice, it's still going to take some time to get our footing, to feel our new ground, to feel our new foundation in that new octave timeline that we're all moving into. Most of us who are listening to this, and myself, we're already ahead of the curve. We're already in that other time a little bit, so it's going to be a little easier. But we are the ones who are going to be helping those that are having a hard time. So remember, have compassion, guys. They're having a hard time. They don't know what's going on. Try to use language that they would understand, not language that make it easier for you to explain. And because that's what we're here for. We're here to help people do it, but we're also here mainly for the planet to upgrade. So I hope you found that helpful, and let me know what you're going through. Let me know what your thoughts are. And yeah, let's keep this community going and flowing, and share this please with everybody. All right, take care, guys. Talk to you. Bye.